stage a little fade at, and she will drop a somber ancient dragon smithing stone once defeated. Then travel west. You'll be invaded by the sanguine noble under a large tree surrounded by red foliage. He is very similar to Bloody Finger Nereus and will drop the sanguine noble armor set when defeated. Just beyond him, near the west ridge of this area, you'll find the transporter that allows all players to access the Mogwin Palace location. The final boss in this location, Mog Lord of Blood, can be fought at any time. However, there are two major tasks that you'll want to complete beforehand. First, we will get the White Mask and War Surgeon armor set. Starting at the Palace Approach Site of Grace, you'll want to eliminate the giant crow on the nearby landmass, otherwise it will get in the way. To do this, equip a crossbow and wield it with two hands. Then sit down at the Site of Grace and immediately stamp into running off the over a ledge to land its bullet. Travel south along the cliffside until you reach a secluded spot behind a massive tree. At this point, you should be invaded by a nameless
Try series outside of their comfort zone since childhood. Books with male protagonists lit. In manga publishing though, it looks like that
Awesome. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, John. Who the fuck cares? Oh my god. Go, go, go. I said run. I said run. Man, fuck, go up. You. Oh my fucking god! No one cares about your stupid gang fights!
press this whole time. Okay.
Who cares? It doesn't matter. Why? Because you can shoot that stupid fucking ball.
Let's get into marketing and merchandise for shows that have been geared towards girls. Back in 2013, there was an interview with Paul Dini, who is the writer and creator of many Batman shows, along with other things as well. He went on Kevin Smith's Batman Beyond podcast and talked about his show Young Justice's feedback from network executives. He noted that when he began writing more for the girl characters and saw more girls watching the show, the executives wanted to pull back. They didn't want girls watching the show because they said they wouldn't buy the merch or the toys that they were trying to sell. Denny and Smith both noted something though. If you can't work around the audience that is watching, then you can't do your job right. Refusing to write or produce a series that could have a heavy viewership of girls just because they won't buy toys or merch that you want to sell, it's just continuing the cycle. Many executives, studios, and producers would rather keep the status quo of trying to shill action figures than actually considering the full spectrum of people who may watch their shows. If girls really won't buy toys, then make something else for them. T-shirts, tote bags, stickers, I don't know, girly shit, a makeup bag. It's really just a constant feedback loop that will never be broken at this point. Girls grow out of animation because they don't see themselves as much in those shows after childhood. Executives can't sell their merchandise, so they don't make shows for them and then blame them for growing out of animation, believing that they would rather watch live action when that's just what caters more to that audience. A never-ending cycle where girls are constantly left out of nerdy spaces and media. Sure, this is knowledge from the American side, but I would be silly to think that this isn't the same in most markets and countries because, sexism. Ooh, oh no. Don't worry, I won't hit you this time. There's a reason why studios or executives don't pick up as much shoujo anime. They too don't want a larger majority of girls watching their series. They have action figures to sell and card games to pedal. What's the point of making a shoujo with a big budget and full adaptation if only girls are going to be watching it? They can't sell a figure that way. They'd rather know that they could get a 50-50 split or an 80-20 split with boys being the majority because they think that's what's going to make them the most money. But it's just their own self-fulfilling prophecy. One of the most insightful looks into this happening comes from a friend of mine, Star, over on TikTok. They have given their best response to someone asking why shoujo manga doesn't get licensed as much in English. While they are discussing shoujo manga, their background actually is in the anime industry, so they are coming more from that perspective.
The question of the hour is why aren't shoujo manga getting licensed in the same number as shonen, especially the more popular recent ongoing ones? But to answer the question of the hour, I think we need to look back at the history of the question, or rather the history of the industry, because in the industry, anime, manga, nerd stuff, D&D, Marvel, comic books, traditionally has been made and marketed for men. You constantly see pandering to men in when I looked into a little bit, there are the numbers are changing, but right now it's almost a 50-50 split in most nerd industries between men and women. So it's
I don't care.
Dominated by instructive imagination. So the question becomes, if half of your demographics are women, and then you have this stuff that is made for women, why aren't you licensing it, taking advantage? Maybe all your female fan base is going to buy all your shoujo manga, but your male fan base is
Are you kidding me?
If women will buy shonen, so that's 100% of the market buying all your shonen properties. Long story short, misogyny ruins the party again, and now you have an industry that knows shonen and seinen are safe and that long story short, big shoujo manga is the intersection of capitalism and misogyny.
This just tells me that fast food is amazing, and if audience use these because they've been underserved, they should consider it further. Nonetheless, dive into these series at the same rates as well, regardless of the scene happening anytime soon. The stigma of shoujo is including what it is. I see a lot of discussion taking one step forward and 2 steps back in this. Often it ends with the conclusion if there's someone else with a decent-sized platform that will give shoujo its flowers, then guess you just have to take over the team.
Are you gonna... Okay. You fucking god.
For me, it's because that conversation is more the same with this one. There's so much difference in how we talk about the topic of Josei getting shafted. Shoujo Josei anime barely gets recognition as it is, but if they don't think that girls love anime, then why would they think that girls love it? Not to mention that Josei barely gets distinguished.
Hell.
On this topic, I say shoujo, but I do need more women personally.
No.
They're the same problem. In the past year, we have gotten to study shoujo and Josei anime. One study was like me when I saw that they got a match. But it's already series quality from all the
damn.
like square stuff, pixels, and comic stars. This means that many of these series are not necessarily able to be pinpointed as shoujo or Josei, or be have to have them in those categories. In some cases, like my Chimeric, which is published in the
Fucking what?
They don't come from a traditional text. They currently airing anime that falls into this category of online published series that is in the world category of I was shocked when I was looking at anime because I personally love this series. It's a lot of fun for games and it's pretty great considering the short impactful stuff. If the anime is out right now, I can also say that it's being amazingly well adapted. Not only are the voice actors and the music great, but the visuals are as well. The animation of the series is going all out, but also in the episodes themselves, but also everything. When I say that Madhouse is really they're really just fast. They use at least one Olympic series every season for the last year. This is really something.
Damn it.